In 2010, we launched a nonprofit called In Gear Career, now part of the Hiring Our Heroes program, to give back to this incredible population that had helped us grow. We also started Homefront Rising, an annual training program to help military spouses get engaged in the political process across the political spectrum. Military spouses are 4 times more likely to be unemployed or underemployed than their civilian counterparts, a 24% unemployment rate pre-COVID. This is a staggering number. But hiring military spouses isn't simply the patriotic or right thing to do. Hiring military spouses is good for our economy, it's good for individual businesses, and it's good for our force readiness. Military spouse employment, done right, impacts all of the other issues that we'll talk about here today. Mental health, transition, quality of life all get better when military spouses are afforded the opportunity to contribute their intellect, ingenuity, and professional background to our communities. Mr. Vice President, thank you for what you and Dr. Biden have done for all military families. The Joining Forces Initiative profoundly impacted efforts around military spouse employment and other military family issues. Thank you for inviting us here today.
Thank you for what your company has done. Look, you all know this because you're veterans and many of you have spouses, if not all of you. I don't want to presume anything, but the fact is that, you know, one of the things that I found particularly difficult when watching what happened during the heavy deployments back in Iraq and Afghanistan before I was able to get permission to bring home 150,000 troops was that a significant portion of those troops were either reservist or National Guard. And they did not have the camaraderie of, if they stayed back on the base, at least with other people being in the same circumstance. And what I found was, as we traveled around the world and around the country, is that the lack of a sense of being understood what's happening, just being able to know that somebody else knows what you're going through, that sense of loss, that even if everything's fine, even if
my best friend, always be together with my best friend, do it dance together, be like last twin, hit the mall, met her at the West End, my best friend, yeah.
Solidarity, it does impact on a sense of community, which you have. And my wife was part of an organization in Delaware called Boots on the Ground. I know you're familiar with it at all. But what if I'm taking too much time, tell me, because I'll stop. But what I found was that I remember my mother-in-law.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
And shoveling the driveway. Shoveling the driveway.
From the top, make it.
I didn't call them. They left the note saying, thanks for the service.
That's what I love.
There were things like
Cause I come with some.
Show up for follow up on something happening. Who takes care of the kids? I mean, what happens? Well, they started this whole thing